adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. Here's Loveline with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla.
All right, quick correction. That is not Dr. Drew. That is Dr. Bruce, who is here for the second Sunday in a row because Drew doesn't seem to want to work on Sundays anymore. I think it's his people's Sabbath or something. I have no idea where Drew is other than somewhere on vacation. Although when Drew goes on vacation, it means triplets, 5 nannies, and his wife. So I just don't see what kind of...
But he gets the best accommodations possible.
It just seems to defeat the purpose. It really does. But anyway, Drew's not here tonight. Drew will be here tomorrow night. But until then, we have the quite able Dr. Bruce filling in. How are you, Doctor?
Good.
Good. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. Tomorrow night, our guest is David Spade. Then we have Joey Ramone. Then we have Nobody. Then we have Joey Lawrence, who's of the Lawrence clan. Whoa, it's that one, right? Yeah. All right, he's got himself a new TV. I think he's on, I swear to God, he must be on 4 or 5 different shows at once or something. Isn't he? Is he got a new show? Oh, he's singing. Uh-oh. We going to have to play Cut Off the CD in, or... It's always a little tough on Loveline when, we have bands in here and they come on, and part of the unspoken agreement is you come out here, like last week we had the Specials or Chumbawamba or Loverboy. But the point is you come out here and we'll play a couple of your songs. Sometimes it gets a little iffy when there's a performer who's...
over the hill.
No, well, Joey Lawrence isn't over the hill. He's 17. Come on. But where the music may not quite fit the station we're on, or it may not fit any station, but we'll play it anyway. So maybe we'll have an exclusive here. All right, so Ann will have to work that out. Tonight we have a guest, but I'm not going to mention her name because she's not here. And on the off chance that she doesn't show up here, I certainly don't want to plug her or the TV show she's on. So until she shows up...
It's not her fault she's not here.
It isn't?
Her people didn't give her the right address.
Yeah, but
really.
her people profit from her TV show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so we'll just wait until she shows up before we...
But we're not punishing her.
No, not her
Them.
per se. No, but we're punishing them. Where are they going, to K-Rock?
That's where she showed up.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And you make that abundantly clear to the people when you speak to them, do you not?
Yeah, so we're not in this situation.
Yes, people have difficulty with simple instructions.
You're going to be on your high horse tonight?
Oh, shut up, Bruce. Jeez. Hey, shut Bruce's mic off, would you? Thank you. Test that mic. Okay, good. Also, tonight we have the rest of my Charles Grodin appearance, which... if anyone wasn't listening last week, I believe it was, I don't know, Wednesday or Thursday, I was on the Charles Grodin show with those 2 yentas who wrote the book, The Rules. This is a book that 2 middle-aged Jewish women wrote in order to, so that other middle-aged Jewish women could entrap unsuspecting men into the pain that is marriage. So, anyway, I was on sort of debating them along with another person or two, and, well, we have a snippet of that. We played the part where I called them yentas and said that their husbands were currently at strip bars stuffing money into G-strings, and how they were delighted that those 2 were out on the road, and how I would kill myself if I was married to them, and so on and so forth. It was quite a show. But tonight we have the rest. So maybe we ought to just play that at this juncture, Engineer Mike. Okay, this is me. Now, I'm in Los Angeles, and Charles Grodin and the 2 yentas from The Rules are in New York. And they're doing most of the talking, but you can hear me chime in once in a while.
We've just now gotten men to the point where they have just barely started to get the fact that if we say no, it means no. Now there's this book that maybe... men are thinking, wait, she's totally... Wait, let me finish my point. Let me finish my point. A guy who calls a woman and she doesn't return his calls, he might think, oh, I see, she's playing hard to get.
No, we have rules too. We have rule tips for men. If she doesn't ever call you back ever, it's over.
I agree with Lynn. This book is nothing but a recipe for rape. You notice how people quiet down when you say rape, by the way?
Charles Grodin agrees with us.
I do agree. I think it's a good idea. I mean, as a guy...
He's scared you're going to beat the crap out of him. That's why he's agreeing.
Honestly, we get thousands and thousands of letters from women. They're heartbroken. They go out with a guy. The guy says, "Here's my number. Call me." And they call.
You know what?
I agree with you. I think for the most
We've
part
never
that's
met a woman
true.
like her in our 2 million, so I don't know.
I mean, nothing wrong with Leah.
I'm very fortunate you were able to come on the show
Leah's
with
a
us.
legitimate representative of womanhood. Adam and Rich, I don't know.
We're gonna
These guys are. Adam's a pig.
We're gonna bond
Rich, I don't know. Rich, are you hoping to get married someday, Rich?
I'm open to marriage, but it's not a goal of mine. And I think that's
Rich
the
is gay,
biggest
by the
thing.
way.
There are too many millions of American women that are saying my life is awful being single and I need a man in order to be happy.
Yes, I feel that if you meet a guy, I love the idea of marriage, but I am for the idea of marrying the guy who's right for you. Otherwise, you're going to be miserable.
Well, they agree with that.
Ladies,
agree with that.
I
That's what the second book is about.
have seen the light. I am going to go out and marry 2 broads.
You make a living doing this, Adam?
Yeah, well, what do you do for a living, Charles? Come on.
I mean, basically, you're just attacking. It's a book. It's a guide to rape. You've
I
got
bet
a
he
book
hasn't
on
read the book.
smoking.
I bet he hasn't read the book. Ask him if he's read the book.
When it comes in pop-up, I'll read it.
We'll send it to you.
And what is Loveline?
Visit our website.
What is Loveline? You give advice on MTV.
I sit there and make an ass of myself, but Dr. Drew, who's a actual medical physician,
You have a medical
gives
person
advice.
sitting with you? Do you really?
Certainly.
I see.
What, don't you read the bio, Charles? Come on.
No, I didn't read the bio. They just said you were phenomenal, and I could see that. In any case.
We want to talk to his girlfriend. We want to
What about
help his girlfriend out.
Rich,
She's dancing for your husbands right now. Come on. That was a little follow-up to me saying that their husbands were at strip bars as we spoke. Did you hear Charles Grodin with his noise? He said, I hear the show's phenomenal. And then he went, bald-headed bastard. All right, Leah's now entered the room.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
My microphone is so big I cannot
can't
see any
you.
part
It's
of you.
so weird.
You want to talk into this one?
Yeah.
Engineer Mike, can she talk? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Engineer Mike only gets up 2.5 times a show, so we burnt one pretty early. But Engineer Mike, I can't see her head. Is that all right? And she has such a...
so she didn't have to look at you.
Oh, please. She has such a beautiful noggin, too. All right, so just plug that in. Leah Remini is on Fired Up. It's sandwiched quite nicely between Suddenly Susan and Carolina in the City, and that would be Monday nights, 8:30 on NBC.
Right.
Does that fall under the heading of must-see TV?
Well, I think it's must-see TV now.
Oh, must-see
Because the
TV.
must-see is like a special thing for Thursday night.
Right.
So they had to come up with another saying.
Right. Oh, right. Because here's what they did. In order to sort of counter-program Monday Night Football, where all the guys are watching,
Right.
they thought that...
Actually, you know what, though? A lot of guys watch our show.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, we do very well with men.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
I could see you
Because
doing
I
that.
didn't like that. No, I didn't like that we were like, this is a chick thing. Only. Do you know what I mean? Because that's what it was kind of being billed as, and, we need men.
Right. Well,
I like men.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet men like you, too.
Well, I don't know.
Well, Leah, if for those of you who don't know what she looks like, is quite breathtaking. Very dark. As the Italian. You're Italian, are you not?
Yeah. Half Italian, half Jewish.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
That's a dangerous combo.
Guilt. So I got double guilt going. I never deserve anything.
That's kind of a hairy combo, actually. You're not a hairy woman, are you?
No.
No. Okay, good. You
What,
dodged
Jewish
that bullet.
women are all of a sudden hairy?
Oh, what do you mean all of a sudden? They've been hairy for millions of years.
What do you say?
Sure. Oh, come on, please.
I never heard that. Jewish women
Well,
are
because you're
hairy.
Jewish. People don't want to offend you.
Oh, shut up.
I think she's going to see it Charles Grodin's way.
She's very sassy, this Leah.
I'm a sassy gal.
Anyway, so you know what? I got to be honest. I've never seen the show because
And this is something you shouldn't say now on the air.
I know, but my audience knows when I'm lying. And
such a doll.
I just watch Monday Night Football. I can't help it. But I hear good things about the show.
That's great.
And
That's
even though
great.
that sounds like backpedaling,
Now,
it is
are you doing
true.
like a Charles Grodin thing?
I just happened to be on the show last week.
All right.
That's all. Somebody probably dropped out. Actually,
You were the substitute?
I'm guessing I was, if the bullpen had a bullpen, that's where I would have been.
All right.
Possibly a whole plane of celebrities went down in order for me to... You always know you're on injured reserve or being called in at the last second when they do just that. I mean, if they're booking a show like Charles Grodin and you are a marquee marquee name and they want you on the show, you get a call 3 weeks, month before the show's on. I get a call that morning. Oh, what are you doing later? Painting? Nah.
Painting.
You want to do Charles Grodin? All right. I mean, I got a call the night before or a couple days before. So, and they always put me in with the panel too. You know, it's me and
who was talking?
Tabernacle.
Who was the other one?
Those two were the two yentas who wrote the book.
The rules.
The rules. Yeah, they're real scary. They're.
But a lot of women do feel like that it is a scary thing. Not all women feel that you should be.
Because of men like Adam.
Huh?
Well, here was my advice for women. Find a guy who wants to get married and marry him.
Right.
There are plenty of guys out there.
Exactly.
There are plenty of guys out there, by the way, ladies, who will not drink, who will not hit you, who will love your
so not
child
hitting
from
now
a previous.
Is part of the prerequisite of a relationship? Like,
I'm trying to work it into the bylaws of a relationship.
Right.
But the point is there are plenty of good guys out there who'll treat you like a queen. Women oftentimes aren't interested in these guys.
That's true.
They would rather convert.
That's true. Take a guy who's not so
a bad
great,
boy,
right, and then go. Okay, now let's change mostly everything about you.
Right. I am going to get that Lorenzo Lamas to settle down if it's the last thing I do. I know he's been married 15 times.
But I'm going to be that special one, damn it.
I know he's got a hair down to his ass, and he does nothing but practice Tai Chi, kickboxing, and gets tattoos, and rides a hog, and wears a vest with no shirt on underneath it, which is always a sign of intelligence.
Yes, that's always
But I am going to settle him down.
Exactly.
Yeah, see, that's a mistake.
You see, my goal would be to cut his hair and to make him wear a shirt and just cut the whole vest thing. You know what I mean? That would be my objective.
You'd have him wearing like a high.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
All right, we're going to go to the phones. And Bruce, you all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you give me more of that coffee? Bruce's wife makes him some nice coffee when he comes in here. That's what I like about him.
Now, at some point, I have to say hello to my friends that are listening, so let me know when that's a good time.
No, we got all night.
All right.
Michelle?
Hi.
Hey, you're 13.
Yep.
You're on with Leah Remini from Fire It Up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I just wanted to know, I'm curious, like, I want to date a 16-year-old, and my mom's, like, really against it. And I was just, like, wondering why she thinks that. I mean, he's, like, really nice and everything, and I'm pretty mature for my age.
Mm-hmm. There's a pretty big difference between, the 10th grade or the 11th grade? And
11th grade.
He's in the 11th, and you're in the 8th grade?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. See, that's... I mean, when I was in high school, I didn't think about... I skipped junior high. I would go right back to grade school to date. But seriously, I didn't think about going back to an 8th grader when I was in the 11th grade. It's like, I got my Letterman jacket. I got my driver's license.
Right, but, females, mature.
Yeah.
Faster.
You got a story you want to tell?
No, not particularly. But, I don't see a big problem with that.
You don't?
It depends on the guy. I mean, if he wants to, but but 16-year-old boys are probably looking for something different, which is
we've talked about all that, and he says that he's not really in it for, the sex and stuff like that.
For the sex?
Yeah, he said that is not a concern of his at all.
But Leah, don't you think by definition a guy who's in the 11th grade who wants to date a girl in the 8th grade is flawed to some degree?
No.
I'm not saying there are not decent guys in the 11th grade. I'm just saying the guy who wants to date an 8th grader may not be the greatest guy.
If you look at it like that, but these are two individuals, so you have to look. I look at things as an individual, as on an individual
we
basis.
never do that on this show.
No, but I think that if there's if there is a big problem with this, maybe he can come over and talk to your mother, meet, and
yeah, he has met her. She has nothing against him. It's just the age thing she's concerned about.
Right.
Here, here's another angle
Hold
on
on, Bruce. Where's the coffee?
I'm here for expert advice.
Okay, I'm getting the coffee.
I'll pour the coffee next.
No, I'll do it.
The other angle on it is, first of all, why your mom disapproves of it is because obviously the guy being several years older, it scares her, and probably even meeting him is not going to reassure her much. But from your standpoint, you probably at 16 and at your age 13, there are a lot of different things you're looking for, and he'd probably get bored with what you're interested in. You might get bored with what he's interested in. Because at 13, you're generally still interested in doing stuff with your friends. And at 16, he's more looking to single out with a female and do a lot more dating type stuff. So a lot of times what happens with these things is that because the parent disapproves of it, it pushes the relationship on when left to itself. 13 and 16 sometimes just,
well, here's the deal. He says he's not in it for the sex, but let's just fast forward 9 months from now. He's 17. She's entering the ninth grade or something. He's ready to go.
Right.
There's no man alive who's in a relationship for over 6 months who's not looking for a little nookie unless he's, a Mormon or something. So if he's not ready for sex now, which maybe he is not ready for sex
You never know.
he'll
You
be a
don't know.
senior. No, listen, I don't know, but listen, Leah, we play the odds on this show. We don't know the individuals. All we can do is play the odds.
You don't have to yell about it. Just tell me.
I'm
It's
sorry.
all right.
That's the
Okay.
coffee.
All right.
I don't mean to offend you. All right. I'm with Mom on this one. Tom.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, you're 43.
Yes, sir. Unfortunately, I wish I was younger, but...
You're half Italian, half Jewish. You don't know about yelling?
Anyway.
That was a joke. You see, the thing is that you weren't yelling.
Oh, I wasn't?
You see?
Oh, I thought I was.
No.
Oh, I get excited. Bruce, didn't you think I was yelling?
You're getting a little loud there, yeah.
You were getting a little feisty, but you weren't yelling.
But you like a feisty guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Tom?
Anyway, Adam.
Yeah.
Oh, look, people stop, they don't even want to talk to me now because I gave some bad advice.
No, they will.
Step out.
They'll be back. Don't worry. Tom, what's going on?
Well, I'm 43. I got a 14-year-old girl that's desperately in love with me. She says she's going to wait till she's 18 and she wants to marry me. And I'm a nervous wreck.
Uh-huh.
How'd you get that far into the conversation with her?
Well, with her? Well, it happened over a period of this summer. She's been fishing with me. She comes down to my house. She talks to my girlfriend.
Why?
I have a 8-month-old baby and all kinds of stuff.
You have an 8-month-old with your girlfriend?
With my girlfriend I have now, right. She's 33.
So, Tom, how did you get that far along into the relationship?
With the 14-year-old?
Yeah, I'm just saying that magically I don't know any 14-year-olds.
Right.
I don't know anybody under 20, really. I don't hang out with them, and I don't go fishing with them, and they don't come over to my house, and when they do, they drop off a few cookies, and they leave. Sure, I check their ass out on the way down the stairs, but that's as far as it goes.
It's relation to my girlfriend.
She's a friend of your girlfriend's?
She's related to my girlfriend.
Oh, like a niece or something?
That's good. You're real good, Adam.
Great-granddaughter? All right. Tom's getting sassy, so I'm going to put him on hold for a minute. As you know, I have a very, very low tolerance for sass on this show. Unless it comes in the form of a hot little tanned guess, in which case it's fine. All right, so I'm just going to hop to another call, and we'll let Tom think about his attitude for a minute. Karen, you're 28.
Hi, I had a question about my sexual fantasies. I can't achieve an orgasm when I masturbate or have sex unless I fantasize about...
See what a great instinct that was to get rid of that foul-mouthed Tom and move over to Karen with her sexual fantasies?
Yes, you have great instincts, Ed.
Thank you.
By the way, I agree with you about the Scientologists. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm not going to bring them up anymore because I got the feeling they have a hit squad.
Yeah, probably.
And I live too close to the celebrity center.
What are you talking about? I missed this whole thing.
We got a long letter from the Scientologists claiming that Dr. Drew, who's normally here, Dr. Bruce is filling in for him tonight, called them a cult, which neither one of us recall him saying, but nevertheless, that's what the letter said. And then the letter went on to script out an apology, which we were going to do over the air.
Right.
Which then my response was for them to kiss my ass, and then there was some trouble, and they just there's a lot of folks with a lot of time and a lot of word processors over there, and I hear they make your life miserable if you F around with them, so I'm leaving them alone.
Oh, good, because I'm a Scientologist, so...
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I was sent here by the Celebrity Center. Let's get on to the fantasy.
All right, Karen, you're 28. What's going on?
Okay, yeah, to save your gambling, I was sexually abused all throughout my childhood. And as a result, I guess I'm just mainly calling because I want to know if it's normal for me to be having these types of fantasies, but I can't achieve an orgasm unless I fantasize about those types of situations.
Who molested you?
Well, my grandfather, my best friend's father, and my cousin.
Your grandfather, your best friend's father, and your cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what we talk about all the time, which is once somebody is made a victim and established as a victim, then all the pedophiles, creeps, molesters, and criminals just start coming out of the woodwork.
Yeah, it's
like
true.
For some reason, your friend's father knew he could have you.
Yeah.
And it's so, that's why, by the way, the people that initially victimize these people should be put to death. Because,
yeah, I agree.
Because not only did your grandfather commit a heinous crime against you, but then he then left the door open for all the other scumbags that committed these atrocities. But anyway, so this went on for how many years?
Well, with my grandfather, actually, it started before school age. I remember things, and it ended actually when I was close to 14.
So a good 9-10 years, maybe, or something like that.
Yeah, quite a while.
Oh boy!
But I mean, that's you go through things like that, and it's terrible. And I think I've managed to deal with it in a positive way. I mean, I'm not a drug addict. I'm in college. I'm doing pretty well. But I was just, it's been a mystery because when I have sex or like I said, masturbate, I cannot achieve an orgasm unless I fantasize about these situations.
Right. So you got to tell like your boyfriend to put on a old cardigan or something.
I don't have a boyfriend, I have a girlfriend.
No. Oh, you're a lesbian.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, do you, I know I say this every show and people get mad every show and get in trouble every show, but it seems like so many lesbians, bisexuals, and homosexuals were formed at some age rather than, I'm going more nurture than nature. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, do you think you'd be a lesbian if every guy you met between the age of 4 and 14 didn't attack you sexually? Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's no wonder you're a lesbian. I wouldn't get near a guy. I would start crying if I saw a guy.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I've thought about that, but I think things shape us a lot of things shape us throughout our childhood, and I think that the point is that I'm happy this way, and so I've never really thought much about.
Right.
But you may be right. I think it probably is maybe a case of that. But anyway, I was just wondering if this would be. I guess would have been more of a question for Dr. Drew because he has a clinical psychological background.
Well, if he cared, he'd be here. But
well, the question, first of all, you ask, is it normal? And for what you went through, it's absolutely to be expected. The question is, have you gone through any therapy at any point since this occurred? And with the extensive history of abuse that you've had, you would require quite a bit of therapy.
But I would agree with you. But I mean, I don't necessarily. I don't know if I'm really uncomfortable with having the fantasies. I'm not. I mean, I don't really have a problem with it. I'm not. Do you see what I'm saying?
Okay, then the answer to the question is it's not normal. Okay, that's not healthy, and you want to work through.
It's like serial killers they're all right with killing people.
Yeah, and
I mean, I don't mean to liken you to a serial killer, but what I mean is, you probably have you had any therapy?
No.
Okay, but
and again, I'm sensitive to people that say, you're talking about therapy again. It's always go to therapy, and it's not that way. And in working with patients, I don't refer everybody to therapy, but in a case like this, it would be a real strong recommendation, and you'd really, I think, get some benefit from it. And you don't want to go to 10 years of therapy. I mean, 6 months of goal-oriented,
as opposed to what therapy? Nap time therapy? Sure, it's all goal-oriented. Listen, you cannot be the subject of abuse as you were for 10 years with your grandpa and your friend's dad, and I believe it was the uncle or something like that. For 10 years of that, and hell, my mom made me eat some weeds once, and that's 5 years of therapy right there. Just my whole mom's health food kick is enough to send me tail spinning into therapy at age 19. I couldn't imagine if something like this happened. You have to get therapy, and these fantasies are something that you're living with, but and I'm sure Karen's scared to excavate to get to uncover something, but I think she needs to go work it out.
Absolutely.
All right. Any thoughts on that, Leah?
Well, I just think that if you feel it's ruining your life, or if you have attention on it, if it's something that's bothering you, if it's something that you feel is holding you back, if you want it to be different, if you don't want that, then definitely, do something about it.
You ever had any therapy?
Nope.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, when we come back, we'll discover what Leah Remini's running from, and we'll be back.
Hey, what's what's up? This is Mark.
This is Rodney. This is Craig.
We're from Sugar Ray. And you're listening to Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
That's it. To deliver the goods.
Yeah, those guys are good. When were they on? Like a couple of weeks back. Anyway, nice guys. Fired Up is the name of the TV show. Leah Remini is here. She stars in that show along with others at 8:30 on NBC Monday nights as part of the Must She TV.
Right. That would be Sharon Lawrence.
Oh, yeah.
From NYPD Blue. Mark Feuerstein. He was on Caroline in the City. And Jonathan Banks. Do you know who he is?
Oh, sure. Jonathan Banks from
Wise guy.
Yes.
I'm not going to go through his credits.
He's an excellent actor, though.
Yes, he is.
He's a guy, right?
Jerk.
Oh, is he a jerk? Oh, you're talking about
I'm
me?
saying jerk
oh, okay.
to you.
Yeah, it's in between Suddenly Susan and Caroline in the City. I've seen Suddenly Susan, but I haven't seen Caroline in the City. Do you have to do those NBC promos where
Yes.
you bounce up and down on a pogo stick and then smack a giant gong?
I haven't done that exact one, but, sounds fun.
Do they put that in your contract?
No. They don't tell you specifically what you're going to do. They just go NBC promos, and then you show up, and they go, okay, here's a big thing.
Which one have you done?
And I did the thing where you do boom, boom, boom with the big thing.
The big xylophone?
No, with the gong show thing, where you're hitting the bells that go NBC, that kind of thing.
Yeah, but you have a big stick with a pad on. That's like a gong. Is it a gong?
Right. It's like a gong thing. But you're doing it against just a white background.
Right.
And then they put all that stuff in later. Yeah, so I did that one, and I did one where we're, like, standing on a plexiglass thing, and we're, like, looking up at the camera, and the camera goes underneath us and all that.
You did, like, a headstand or something?
No, I did not do that.
You weren't wearing a skirt, were you?
No, I was not.
Okay.
But, yeah, those kinds of things.
What if you don't want to do that? Do they make you? They seems like they must make some of those people do that.
There was one where what I didn't want to do the one where it was like girls just want to have fun and everybody would be dancing around, and I was like, I just don't want to do that.
But why? It's so frenetic. It's
I did not want to do it.
But just to see people dancing and smiling is such entertainment.
I know, I don't like it.
Oh. I wonder what I always think those things. I think my theory is those NBC promos and the ones that they do with the WB
with the little frog.
I think they're trying to humiliate their talent. I think they're trying to keep them down so they can have the upper hand when they renegotiate next year's contract.
Right.
I'm positive that the WWB thing, the way it is if...
now, watch out. You might get some letters.
That's fine.
Okay.
If someone says, like if I was on the WWB, and I said...
but look what a catchy thing they came up with that you remember it, and here you are saying it like 7 times.
Right. But I remember Son of Sam, too. That was real catchy. Doesn't mean it wasn't necessarily a good thing. It's just a name I won't forget. I really try to...
There you go.
I try to get it out of my head, but I still think of Son of Sam. My theory behind the WWB is that the celebrities or the stars that are on the network who agree to do the WB promo are the ones they know they can really put the screws to next time they negotiate.
Right.
And the ones that hold out and say, I'm not going to be involved with that nonsense are the ones that they perceive have a shred of dignity.
Right.
And they know they're a force to be reckoned with.
Oh, good. So maybe that's what they're thinking.
Right. So if I get on the... I think it's just a test. For them. So I would say that you should hold out on any more of those NBC
and then
promos.
I will call you to see if this worked out for me.
Oh, I know it will.
All right.
Because they know they won't be able to push you around when it comes time to contract renegotiations.
Right.
Now, how long's Fired Up been on? It's not...
second season.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Was it a replacement or was it a...
Yeah, see, we came in the mid-season, so it's not like a second season, like we had a full first season.
Yeah, it didn't feel like...
No, we didn't. So that's why we need people to watch.
Right.
Because we're trying to gain an audience.
But it's doing pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's doing good, but we still need people to watch.
Yeah, well, so do we.
All right, let's help people.
All right, we can do that. Kristen.
Hi.
Hey, you're 16.
Yeah.
You're on with Leah Remini.
Oh, okay, I have a question for Dr. Bruce.
Go ahead. That'd be the... well, what do you think, we're doing TV? He waved.
I'm pregnant, and...
Hold on a second. Let me yell at Dr. Bruce. Dr. Bruce, how much national radio do you do?
Hey, listen,
a
man,
month?
I'm sitting here listening to your WWB
All right, but
thing, Paul.
just listen to me. Answer me this. How many national radio shows do you do a week? All right.
Including this one?
All right. Not including this one. How many a month?
What's your point?
The point is you have a golden opportunity. You come in here, you have a huge national audience, and I got to poke you with a stick to get you to talk into the microphone.
Listen, I'm waiting for...
Oh, Leah, you were watching. The mic was facing toward Mecca.
That's true.
He had his hand on his cheek. His head was a foot away.
Unidirectional mic
You were
or what?
very casual.
No. Point the mic toward your mouth and sit up
Does this
straight
have to point
and
to my mouth?
Listen,
Let's get the intro.
Listen,
He said yes.
I could get Dr. Art Uline in here.
Oh, boy.
I'll dig up Viscott. Don't make me dig Viscott up.
That's about your...
I'll dig him up. He'll do better than you.
Yeah, that's what you deserve.
All right. So answer...
Kristen.
All right. Just act like you want to be here, please. He brings a pint of coffee. He thinks that's it.
Well, it keeps me awake, that's for sure.
Yeah, boy, you're having a tough time. Kristen?
Thanks for the offer, by the way.
Oh, would you like some... You're drinking something else, aren't you?
But look, there's nothing in there.
Oh, well, he's real... All right, you want some coffee?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Kristen.
Okay, well, I'm about 2.5 months pregnant, I think, and I was wondering if taking diet pills, just like Accutrim, over-the-counter stuff, could affect the baby.
Yeah, okay. Oh, anything over the counter you got to be careful with when you're pregnant because you're really not sure what's in it. But the over-the-counter diet pills are generally ephedrine. They'll say Ma Wang on them or other names for what are usually things derived from the ephedrus plant. And ephedrine is one step away from methamphetamine. It's a very strong stimulant, very bad chemical to have in your body, especially early in pregnancy. So totally stay away from it.
Oh, boy. Kristen, you're 16.
Yeah.
You're pregnant, and you want to go on like Dexatrim.
Well, I don't want to. It was my mother's decision. It was a while ago.
How old was your mom when she had you?
My mom, she was like 25, I think.
When she had you?
7, yes.
Really? You must have a sister who's in her 40s.
No. My sister's 18.
Okay. So your mom wanted you to go on these pills even though she knew you were pregnant?
No, she doesn't know. She doesn't know.
Oh, she doesn't know you're pregnant?
She wants me to model still.
Oh, boy.
She wants me to do runway shows now, and I'm too big for them.
You ever have an eating disorder?
Nothing serious.
A little bit of throwing up, though?
A little bit, not a lot.
Yeah. I can always tell an eating disorder mom. All women who have eating disorders have overbearing moms.
Right.
They try to get them into ballet. They try to get them into modeling. They try to get them into stuff.
You're good.
You know, you do the show long enough,
You're good.
Yeah, well, give me a little guest spot on some of that must-see TV.
After you just made fun of it, that you don't know it, you don't know the cast.
I know that. I hear
You're
the
making
shows.
fun of the network. Yeah, let me go make a call for you and go. You know the guy who totally dissed the show.
Hey,
and the
Mike,
network?
shut Leah's mic off. Would
No,
you please?
don't.
Please shut. Thank you. All right.
You know, she's got real common sense. She sounds like she's from New York.
Yeah, she's got a lot of savvy. I hate that.
Yeah.
You do, because even
he
when I
hates-
went on your show, you did the same.
All right, turn her mic on for a
She
second.
hates smart women.
I can't believe you turned my mic on.
Well, I don't think Leah's smart. She's just kind of sassy. Are you smart?
Sucks, man. Am I smart?
Yeah.
See, again, you just said, and that's what you did to me on your show, too.
What, on the TV show?
Uh-huh.
You're on the TV show?
You know, you're a real schmuck. Turn his mic
No,
on.
we got a thing going on. All right. Come on, Mike. I swear to God, we do this show like there's no one listening. All right, Kristen. All right, so you had a minor eating disorder.
Very minor.
Your mom wanted you to get into modeling.
Yeah.
You
She wanted me to stay in modeling.
You got pregnant by whom?
My boyfriend.
Mm-hmm. And you guys still together?
Yes.
And do you want to have the child?
Yeah. Well, we wanted to. It was our decision.
Right. Okay, so you guys want to, so are you going to drop out of school, or what are you going to do?
I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to drop out of school.
When are you going to tell your mother?
When I start showing.
Mm-hmm. And are you getting any kind of prenatal care?
Not yet. Not yet.
Mm-hmm. Don't you think you ought to go ahead and get that before you actually have the baby? Wouldn't that be the definition of that, prenatal?
Yeah, absolutely. You need to...
When's the most important time to see a doctor when you're pregnant?
Usually the first visit's at 6 to 8 weeks.
Okay.
Which is now.
No, absolutely. Time to go see them. And you don't need your mother's permission to go see the doctor.
The thing is now is you have to now enter into adulthood. You can no longer be a little girl because you got pregnant and you have to take responsibility for it now. And
Leah,
so-
this is my rap.
Go.
No, I mean, you're echoing my rap.
You didn't say any of that yet.
No, I'm saying, no, don't be defensive. I'm delighted. I'm saying this is what I've said many a time, which is those of you who have kids and decide to keep kids and, maybe not have an abortion or not give the kid up for adoption or whatever, you're hell-bent on being a parent. You stop being a kid and you're officially mommy.
Right.
And your boyfriend is no longer Stu, the captain of the softball team. He is Papa. And then you have to start acting like Mama and Papa.
Right,
and,
which means going to the doctor, which means having guts to say, I'm pregnant to your mother, and stop acting like a child. This is not, you didn't cut school. You didn't steal something from a candy store. You're pregnant. So now you have to be responsible and make a call to your mother and meet her for whatever at, coffee, dinner, and tell her the truth. Go to the doctor and be a grown-up now.
Right. I hear about people all the time, and this is a lot of our listeners. They're pregnant, and they wouldn't dream of giving the kid up for adoption, for instance. Yet, they don't want to tell their folks. They're not ready to quit smoking. Right. They don't think they need to go into the doctor. Right. The boyfriend wants them on the diet pills through the pregnancy.
Shows their age.
Right. So now you have the worst of two worlds because you have someone who's hell-bent on keeping their kid. They're also the dumbest people alive.
Right.
Great. We'll be taking care of you and your family for and that's why we... do you believe... I mean, you make some money, Leah. Can you believe the taxes?
Oh, please.
Oh, you go nuts. You go nuts.
It kills me.
I was like, I never give a rat's ass about taxes my whole life. As soon as I got a paycheck.
Exactly.
I got a paycheck, was like 10 grand. I got 4,600 bucks, and I immediately went ballistic.
Right.
That's it. I started walking down the street.
And then not only that, you have to pay an agent, a manager.
Oh, you kidding?
You get like $1,000.
It's incredible.
And then for those of you who are going $1,000, if you think if you only making $1,000 for so many weeks, it's not going to go far. So
forget about the amount. It's just the principle. The point is if Leah makes 10 grand by the time Uncle Sam, the agent, the manager, the publicist, and the hush money to the Filipino guy who knocked her up in 1984.
What
by the time
hell are you
but the point
about?
is off of 10 grand, you are so lucky to walk with 2,800 bucks.
Exactly.
Oh, it is insanity.
It's sick.
Do you realize, and with the price of heroin going up, it's, you do the math.
You know what I mean? You can't get a buck.
All right. So anyway, Kristen, you're now mama, so act like one and no diet pills, please. And get in to the doctor. Please take care of that. We'll be back.
Aloha. This is Don Ho, and you're listening to Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. Mahalo.
Mahalo. I asked Don Ho about smoking pot, growing a lot of weed. Huh? All right, engineer Mike's going nuts in it. Anyway, he didn't deny it. Leah Remini is here, who I'm going to call Leah Andreoni at least one time tonight. And I don't know why, but she's been a guest a couple of times, and I think it's that Italian last name thing or something, but it's going to come flying out.
All right.
So just be prepared.
Okay, thank you.
Fired Up is the name of the TV show. It is on at 8:30 on Monday nights on NBC, sandwiched in between Suddenly Susan and Caroline in the City. Mm-hmm. And those shows are doing all right?
Yeah, they're doing pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Does it doesn't drop off or anything when it gets to Fired Up, does it?
Does it drop off? Well, maybe like a point, but that's exactly what it should do. I mean, the other shows have been on longer. They've had longer, they've been on like full seasons.
Right.
We haven't been on that long. So we're doing good.
All right. You're building an audience.
Yeah.
All right, good.
Is this like the routine? You have to talk about the show when you come back always? That's good. I mean, it's good, but I'm not prepared to. All right.
We'll stop that.
All right.
1-800-LFVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. Now, when I listen to the radio, and I listen to a lot of radio shows, Oh, I wish I could listen to myself when I was driving, but it's, alas, it's impossible because,
Right. Right.
I'm not there.
Right.
But the point is I listen to a lot of shows, and it always drives me nuts when I hear a guest on the show, and
That
I
you don't
can't
know.
make out,
Right.
and they go, they'll go 15, 20 minutes, a half hour break after break, and I'm thinking, who the F is this?
Right.
You don't know if
So
it's...
when you're thinking that thought, it's who the F is that? It's
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right.
go ahead.
It's if you're ever thinking who the F is that, it's Leah
Who
Remini.
the F is that? Okay.
Right.
All right.
Okay. Steve, 17.
Hey, Adam, how's it going? You and Drew are great service to American youth, and Leah, I used to watch you on Saved by the Bell.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was very
Oh, really? I watched a lot of that. I don't remember you.
You know what? I don't even know why I'm here at this point.
Were you someone's girlfriend?
Shut up.
Oh, come on, Sassy.
No, she was the girl who's the daughter of the guy who owned the...
Malt shop?
Shut up.
But you weren't on the original. You came on later.
Nope.
You weren't there from the word go.
No, I was not there from the word go.
But you showed up later.
Right.
Did you make it to the college years?
I'm not gonna...
Your SAT score wasn't high enough?
Shut up. No, I did not go to the college years. I did the summer episodes.
Did you go to Hawaii?
No, I did not.
If I ever do a TV show, the very first show we do, the first episode, is going to be in Hawaii so I can get it out of the way.
Okay.
And the second show is going to be the reunion show.
Good.
And then we'll just go on and do normal episodes after that. Oh, the third one will be a very special episode where someone gets cancer.
And this will be on the WWB.
This will be on the WWB. Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for saying that.
All right,
Somebody somewhere knows my resume.
Yeah.
Certainly not Adam.
No, I know your work.
Now,
I remember you from
have
the
my
TV
name
show.
written down on a piece of paper, just whatever. Go ahead.
All right, my question was, this girl I met over the summer, and we became pretty good friends. Anyway, she called me last night, and she wanted to go out, so we went out, and found out she has a girlfriend now. And we ended up talking, having a really good time last night, and we're now going to homecoming together next week.
Mm-hmm.
And I was wondering how I can get this girl to start liking me. As I don't really believe that she likes this other girl.
Well, what does she call herself? Bisexual?
She says she is, but she kind of flaunts it, tries to tell everyone she knows and stuff, and I kind of question if it's just maybe trying to get attention. Or
How old is she?
She's 15.
Okay. She's not.
There's trouble.
Yeah.
There is trouble
I
afoot.
mean, she's admitted that stuff has happened in her past.
Yeah, see, Steve, here's my feeling on this. She's someone who's had a little adversity in her life. Also, it's a policy of mine not to wrestle anyone away from their sexual proclivity, especially at age 15.
Right, Steve, wouldn't you want somebody who you don't have to try to make like you more than somebody else? Shouldn't that be part of your...
Yeah, I think
or that just likes guys. I mean, in general. I mean, the first battle is just to get them to like your gender. And then secondly, you see if you can beat out another guy on the football team or something.
Right.
She's not even into your gender. This is like bringing a vegan to the Sizzler or something. You're setting yourself up for a lot of disappointment here.
Right.
Yeah, I just think that deep down I think she does kind of like me, but for whatever reasons she's...
But why should it be deep down? Why should it be deep down? If you like somebody, they should like you. If they don't like you, you should move on.
And let me explain my deep down theory, which I don't really have, but I've just come up with it. Screw all this deep down crap.
Right.
I've heard it too many times. I've seen guys interviewed from prison with their sister telling you that deep down he's a real decent guy. Yeah, but he was sodomizing you 10 minutes ago. And I don't care what his inner soul looks like. I care about what his fist and his gun and his genitalia look like. Bruce got a puss on. But you know what I'm saying. I'm not interested in scratching the veneer off of someone and getting to the heterosexual part of them or getting to the caring part of them.
Right.
Everybody deep down.
Should be there. Everybody is basically good, no matter what.
Hitler, deep down, once you got to know him, great guy. But it doesn't mean we have to get to that point. Someone should have blown him up in his bunker in 1939.
There you go.
Well, just leave her alone? Or...
Yes, because not only is she not into you, but she's not even into your kind.
Yeah.
And she's got a lot of difficulty, and you're going to be asking for trouble.
But you're
move on.
Yeah, you're labeling her at 15. It's not clear without talking to the girl that she has a sexual proclivity at this point.
Well, it doesn't matter. From his point of view, it's who cares? The girl's a pain in the ass.
She labels herself a bisexual. That's enough.
You guys are too opinionated, both of you.
Really are.
Why?
No, the other thing with Steve's question, what does he do? He just, whatever he's done so far, he's just being himself, and I think that's an important message.
Yeah, he should get rid of her and find somebody who appreciates
I don't think he has her
him.
yet. I think they're talking about going out on a date.
Well, they shouldn't.
But here's something that people should do, not only in high school or in junior high, but in life. You got to be realistic. This is one lesson I've learned the hard way. I spent a lot of time, a lot of energy, and a lot of effort in junior high and high school trying to get people who didn't want to go out with me to go out with me.
Right.
And if you bug them long enough and you corner them and you use all the ether rag, like I've been known to use, eventually you can get them into the car with you. But even then, that's it.
Right.
So let's just say we're in high school together, Leah.
Yeah.
And I was really into you, like I would be if we were in high school together. And you weren't that into me like you wouldn't be if we were in high school together.
Yeah.
And I bugged you to go. I mean, I've been working on you for 4 semesters now. And finally you went, yeah, all right, okay, I'll go out, just to shut me up. So we go out, and I spend $40 on dinner, and I drop $20 on a movie. And when it's all said and done, I'm lucky if I get a little peck on the cheek, and then we don't go out again, and there you have it.
Right.
Right. Find the person.
That's
find the person.
You for who you are now.
Right.
Right. I agree
because when you go through your life not achieving, asking people out who won't go out with you, trying to get jobs that you're not going to get, trying to do this and trying to do that, when everyone is constantly saying no, you start feeling like a loser.
Right.
You need some yeses, especially when you're younger.
Right.
Go out and find somebody and get some quick conquests in. That's what I say.
That person has to change their point of view of themselves. It has to do with them.
Right.
So.
No, you're right.
All right, sorry.
No, you're right. You dropped out of school early. I was reading in your bio. Done this with other female guests. We get right to the threshold.
Okay.
All right, we'll be back. Leah Remini is here. Dr. Bruce is filling in for Dr. Drew. I'm Adam Carolla, and we will be back in 10 seconds. All right, it is Loveline. Phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number, screw you. Fired Up is the name of the show. 8:30s, 8:30s, NBC's.
Yeah, 8:30s.
Monday.
Now, I have a list of people I need to say hello to because they're going to go to bed now.
Okay, we'll do that about 12:05.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Show ends at 12. Wayne.
How's it going?
Good. You're 18. What's going on?
Yeah, well, I'm a long-time listener, first-time caller, and...
That's an inside joke. I want my callers to do that because I wanted, ever since I dreamt of being in radio many years ago, I wanted people to come on and go, long-time listener, first-time caller.
Well, that's good.
But actually, it's getting old now.
All right.
Go ahead, Wayne.
Sorry. Okay, well, me and my girlfriend... I don't know, we cheat on each other all the time, and we, have no trust whatsoever with each other.
Why?
Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I don't know what to do. I'm completely lost.
How long have you been going out with her?
Almost a year.
Mm-hmm. And when did the cheating begin? Into the first date?
No.
You bang one of the waitresses or something? No.
No, it didn't start like that. About 2 months after it.
Who started the cheating? You?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then she retaliated by cheating?
No, I didn't tell her, and it just so happened that she did it too.
With one of your friends?
Not with one of my friends.
No. So someone you knew?
Yeah.
Well, it always works that way.
Yeah.
All right, so why don't you guys just go ahead and break up?
Well, just because we've broken up before, just for a few days though, because then we both come back to each other.
So then why don't you have an agreement that you could be together and be with other people?
Well, then the jealousy factor sets in.
Well, then you shouldn't be together because obviously you can't work it out to not cheat on each other, and, this is not a workable relationship.
How old is she?
15.
She's 15?
Yeah.
You were together when she was 14?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And she was cheating on you when she was 14?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. What's her past like?
She was...
A little trouble?
Yeah, her grandfather and her uncle got to her.
That's all we get. It's been like this way for the last few weeks.
And now you're getting to her.
What?
Right. Now you're getting to her.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you have no place going out with her. You're 18, she's 15, she has an abuse history. You're just perpetuating the abuse. So do her a favor and yourself a favor. Get out of the relationship with her and get some therapy. Because there's something in your past, too. Or there's something in your present.
There's something in my past, too.
What's in your past?
My sister. And I don't know if it has anything to do with it, but my parents, like, used to, like, smack me and, like, kind of, like, go, like, a little far with it.
You mean with the physical abuse?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Well, here's her situation, and this is what happens all the time. She got abused when she was young, and then she goes out and seeks an abuser. It's no coincidence that she got hooked up with a guy who was going to cheat on her 2 months into the relationship. So she got what she was after. What you guys have is a relationship that's based on your two dramas. It's not even... It's not even, you know what I mean? You don't even know why you're together. Your two dramas are attracted to each other.
Right.
And you're on autopilot. And that's why the gravitational pull of a drama is so much, it defies all logic. She's 15, you're 18, you're both cheating on each other. You probably can't stand each other, but yet you need to be together. That's what that is. It's the drama becomes bigger than both of you. You need to break that a little bit there, Wayne. Listen, you're 18, she's 15. You got no business. Break up with her.
Okay,
And you take a little sabbatical from dating and look into your issues so you don't get into another crappy relationship.
Yeah, and there's one more question. She's also, like, bulimic, and I was trying to, like, help her out and, like, get her some help in some way, and I have no idea how to do that. Because she told me if I told her parents, she'd kill me.
She can even start with a school counselor with that. I mean, an adult.
No, but nobody talks to their school counselors.
A lot of people talk to their school counselors.
Jeez, I hid when I saw my school counselor coming down the hall. You want to give him a phone number, Bruce?
Let's try...
Here, we're going to get Wayne.
Yeah.
Grab a pad and pencil.
Okay.
I know that's may not be handy, but do you have a piece of charcoal or something?
Yeah, I can find something.
Can you carve something into your arm with a knife? Dr. Bruce is going to give you a phone number that you can then pass along to her, and then you can go ahead and break things off.
Okay.
Go ahead, Dr. Bruce.
Okay, it's 800-522-8336. And that's a youth crisis line, and they'll probably be able to direct...
What was the last 4 digits?
8336.
All right.
Did you write that down, Wayne?
Yeah, I got it.
Read it back to us.
800...
No, not you, Pinhead. Come on. Read it back to us.
Well, let me find my lighter. It's dark in here.
Don't you keep it next to the bong?
What?
You usually keep your lighter stuffed in the bong, don't you?
No.
Okay. All right. Read that number back to us, Wayne.
522-8336.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's got a mind like a steel trap. All right. Write that down, Stoner, and give it to her. And stay out of relationships.
Yeah, exactly. You want to help her out. The first thing is not to be in a relationship with her.
All right, Wayne?
Well, I don't want to see her turn into a hoe or anything, because I've listened to the show a lot.
You're not helping her. Don't lie to yourself and think you're saving her. You're not. You're not doing anything for her.
All you're doing is destroying her self-esteem, which is already not in real good shape.
So you're being no hero by staying with her at all. If you really want to be her friend and help her out, you'll call that number and you'll get her some help.
Boy, I like Leah. She's all business. We got to have you on the TV show.
Nope.
Yeah.
So you could abuse me more, but this time on camera again?
Yeah, but people really need to see Leah because she has that Brooklyn accent, which isn't always the most attractive, but she's really a knockout. No, that's a compliment.
Oxymoronic.
No, she's a knockout. I mean, isn't she very attractive, Dr. Bruce?
She has a very attractive personality, too. See, I was going to explain the dynamic. Wait a second. Hey, I was going to explain the dynamic here. You're very adolescent. You're sort of, I'd say he's fixated about, 15, 16 years old. He really likes you, but he has a hard time expressing that, so he starts jabbing at you.
Right, because we're on the same wavelength, right? And then a second later, he's like,
attacking you.
Yeah, he finds something to attack me.
He can't get past the very adolescent expressions of his attraction to you.
I've sabotaged our love. I did this with Jennifer Grey. I had Jennifer Grey,
You had a
from
thing for her?
Dirty Dancing and
Yeah.
stuff. No, she came in here. She was hot for me. Oh,
She was?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
I know you found that bizarre.
No, because he was talking about from you, so that's...
No,
you
but
said the same thing
she was
happened.
hot for me when
Okay.
Jennifer Grey came in here for
Right.
about an hour, and then I started talking about talking up my groin, and that was a deal breaker for her.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Whereas you would appreciate something like that.
Oh, yeah, because I'm that type of girl because of my New York accent, right?
No, I
Let's
just-
move on. Let's
all
help
right,
you.
Okay. Let's help some. What about me? Neil,
This is not your time, mister.
you're 14.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on there?
Okay, I have a cousin. He's 18 years old, and he has a girlfriend that's 17. And they've been together for about 2 years. And recently, about like month and a half ago, she started coming on to me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, we were at a party, we're all having fun, some people getting high in the corner, including me. And she took me upstairs, I don't really remember that well, but, she started, grabbing me in some private places like my rear and,
That part was a little muffled. She did something to your ear?
Rear.
Your rear?
I believe.
What'd she do to your rear?
He can't
she was grabbing and, doing all sorts of sexual things.
Mm-hmm.
And I told her, I explained to her, I tried to say that, what's more important, me or your boyfriend that you've been, dedicated to for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And, she wouldn't listen. We were at a theater.
Oh, what? You were at a theater?
Yeah, theater. Yeah, we were watching a movie.
Is this another day?
Yeah, some other day.
Uh-huh.
And, she...
Well, what happened with the part? Let's go back to the party where you were stoned and she was grabbing your ass.
Yeah.
What happened there?
Well, it started as a get-together, and then we got,
Right, but...
turned to a party. And
Right. What happened physically between the two of you?
nothing. I pushed her off me. I told,
Okay. All right, so you've never done anything with her?
No.
Mm-hmm. Now, what do you want to know? Whether you should tell your cousin?
Yeah, and because I haven't told him yet.
Mm-hmm.
And she hasn't told him yet.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not sure if she's going to get around to telling him the part about grabbing you in the rear.
But, I mean, she's, basically that she's been coming on to me.
Right. Okay. Here's my take on these situations. That's between her and a cousin, and
no,
I wouldn't drag myself into it.
I think you should
would?
definitely tell. See, here's the problem. Nobody wants to get in anybody's business. And you know what? When you're doing something messed up like that, because it's very disrespectful to your cousin who is your blood, this girl's going to come and go in both of your lives. And, one day he's going to find out about it, and he's going to come to you and say, you were my cousin, you didn't tell me. So absolutely,
All right.
you should tell the
It's
cousin.
a valid point.
Yeah, and another thing, what are you doing smoking pot? I mean, so what is this kid, 14?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's another thing. I mean, smoking pot at a party. Where's the ethics of our youth? I mean, 14. It's
Hold on,
ridiculous.
let me look. No.
There's none. But that's an issue we're
You
just
didn't
gonna
start
talk
smoking
about.
pot till 14 and a half, 15?
I never smoked pot, ever. I never
Really?
tried any drug in my whole life.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm from Brooklyn, and everybody was doing it.
And you didn't do it?
No.
Why
I
not?
didn't, because I was like, I don't want to. I had a mother that I was very open and honest with, and I didn't want to tell my mother that I smoked pot. So it wasn't worth it to me to have to tell my mother something. So I would look at it and go, okay, the guilt is enough for me not to do it. To look my mother in the face and say I'm smoking pot was enough for me not to do it.
Did she tap on your door like twice a week and go, are you smoking pot in there, Leah?
No, she told me what drugs do to you, and she said it's your decision, and I hope you make the right one, which is not to do it. And, I don't think that pot is something to take very lightly, that it's not LSD, it's not whatever. I think it's a drug, and I don't think kids should be smoking
You wouldn't
pot.
try it now?
I would never try drugs.
Oh, really?
Especially at this point. It would be stupid of me to,
Well, That was my only,
interesting thing.
That was my only shot right there out the
No.
window. You drink? You can have a few beers, though, wouldn't you?
A few beers? No. I'll maybe have a
case of
beer. No, I'll maybe have one beer, maybe, if I go out.
So you don't get drunk?
I don't.
Well, then that's...
Adam's looking for
You know?
corruption here.
But also when, that was the worst thing that I did was maybe have a couple of beers when I was younger.
Right.
You know what I mean? Get a little tipsy, but,
Didn't
whatever.
try everything.
what's
My mom
striking-
had a pot plant in her backyard when I was a kid, so the whole pot discussion was out the window.
Begins to explain part of the problem. But
Yeah.
with Neil, what's interesting is he can't remember a lot of this that's gone on. and that's what.
That's guilt.
Well, also smoking pot.
Well, it's guilt and cannabis.
He's talking about having
tell the cousin. That's
well, and the other this borders. Okay, the other thing it borders on sexual abuse. She's 17, he's 14.
Right.
Then there's a whole. Well, okay. Now here's the whole other adolescent Adam thing about the summer of '42 experience. The older woman, the younger male, and that summer of '42 thing that was sexual abuse. And in our society, it's sort of like, well, it's okay. If it's, for Neil, it's like, well, I'm 14, my friends would think I'm cool.
Right.
And it's still not, it's not healthy for Neil. And he's got some good instinct here saying, he's saying even though he was stoned, he pushed her away, and that's exactly what he should be doing.
All right,
so that's
he should,
another reason to let his cousin know. He's
tell
got to let his cousin know. He's in an uncomfortable situation, unhealthy situation.
I believe...
I want to know where his parents were during the party. I'm just curious.
All right.
Let's ask him.
Neil?
Yeah.
Where were your parents during the party?
They were in, I think, the UK.
They're in the UK?
Yeah.
What were they doing there?
Well, my mother was visiting her distant cousin.
Mm-hmm.
So no one was there with you?
No.
You were left at
I was at someone else's house.
Uh-huh.
But your parents felt you were responsible enough to go to a party?
Mm-hmm.
Which you're not.
Yeah, I am. That's the first time and last time I was going to do that.
Do your parents think it's okay to smoke pot? Do your parents think it's okay to smoke pot?
Of course not.
Oh, okay.
Neil, it sounds like, first of all, you've got a real good point here, and you're picking up on the inappropriateness of her making advances to you, and you shouldn't have to deal with that, so...
Well, what kind of parents were these anyway? They're over at the University of Kentucky visiting some relatives while Neil is getting stoned God knows where. Please.
But at least he just said that was the first and last time. I'm proud of him.
You're going to make a good mom. You don't have any kids, do you, Leah?
No.
But the clock's kind of ticking?
But I have
you can feel it?
But I have my boyfriend's children.
Oh, he's how old are they?
Now. They're 8 and 10, and they're up listening right now.
Really?
Alex and Nico and their mama Elaine.
Wow.
They're all listening.
The mama's around.
Guys. Yeah, I love her.
Really?
Yeah, she's great.
Wow.
She's remarried.
Wait a minute. What's she doing, though?
Just hanging out. They came down for the weekend. And
they stay with you guys when they come down?
Yeah, they're staying. Well, they're not staying. The boys are staying with me, and the building that I live in has like a guest apartment, furnished and everything, and she's staying there with her husband.
Mm-hmm. And did the four of you go out and date and stuff? Do you go out on do activities, go out to dinner?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's not weird.
We spent the whole day together today.
Really?
Yeah, we went down to Santa Monica Pier, and they have 2 other children.
No, you're very mature. Very mature.
It's threatening him more. Look at him.
I'd be wondering. See, I bet your husband, your boyfriend, pardon me, wouldn't be so happy to go out with you and one of your ex-boyfriends.
I'm sure. Well,
yeah,
I don't think he'll have
I know
a
how
problem
guys
with
are. Yeah, he'd have a small problem.
You think so?
Yeah, but that's all right. That just means he's a man.
Because that wouldn't stop me from being the wonderful, caring, and loving person that I am.
He's quite a catch, you are. Is he in the industry?
Yes.
Is he behind the scenes, or is
No. Actually, he has a part of my show.
Oh, is that how he got that part?
No. He had an audition. There was like 15 guys there.
He had to audition.
He did. Sure. I don't do the auditioning.
Right.
Really?
And Chelsea Clinton had to pass some tests to get into Stanford, too. Yeah. You didn't help him out at all?
I couldn't. What am I going to do?
But you knew him before that?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't just meet on the set?
No.
Oh, okay. So he's an actor?
No, he just did a guest spot on the show.
Okay.
In a series.
He didn't embarrass you, did he?
Not at all.
Okay, so good actor?
Yes.
Has he done any movies or anything?
Yes, he did a movie recently called Shut Up and Dance with, what's her name?
Phyllis Diller?
No.
I don't know.
Vanessa Williams.
Oh, she's hot.
Yeah.
You're kind of like the Brooklyn Vanessa Williams.
You think so?
Yeah.
But in what way?
You're both pretty. You got that dark skin.
Yes, and I could see where you would think that we would be similar.
Yeah, same color hair.
We have nothing similar about us.
I think that was a sincere compliment.
Just watch him. That's all I'm saying. I don't trust this actor, guys.
Okay.
Faith, you're 18. You're better looking than his ex-wife, right?
Don't say
That's why you don't
she's
care.
gorgeous. Actually,
Oh, you don't care. She's got a big ass.
I was hoping. No,
Yes.
I was
Yeah, you're
swear
nodding.
to God, I was hoping she was going to be ugly or at least just a little heavy. So I know
Right.
she's pretty, but she needs to
Right.
lose a few. Nothing like that.
You wanted to use that line where you go, I could see where she'd be cute.
Like 10 years ago, right? But
Right.
she's adorable. She's
Really?
skinny. She's in shape.
Really?
She's gorgeous.
Wow.
Yeah, and she's great on top of it. She's
Wow,
funny and-
why'd he get rid of that?
Well, come on, this was like a long time ago.
Okay.
Why'd he get rid of that? Because looks has everything to do with it. You know, sometimes things don't work out, you know,
okay.
but she's happily married.
Okay.
All right.
All right. You're very mature. Faith,
Yes.
you're 18.
Yeah. I guess we'll start out with, I've been dating this guy for a year and a half, and 6 months ago, he asked me to marry him, and I moved in with him. And lately, he's been really hurting me. He's been telling me things like, why can't you look like her? Why can't you do your hair like that? And it just started after we moved in together.
Mm-hmm.
And towards the beginning of our relationship, during the first 3 months, he cheated on me.
Mm-hmm.
And he hasn't since then, but it still hurts today. And I just want to know how...
How old is he?
21?
21. Well, you got to hurry up and get married so he stops cheating and abusing you, right?
Well, he hasn't cheated on me since then.
Right. Well, how'd you find out that he cheated on you the first time?
Because it was a girlfriend of mine, and I hadn't talked to her in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And she called me up one day, and she asked who I was with. And I said, well, that's who I'm with.
I'm so glad I wasn't there. Oh, I hate those moments in life. Listen, I don't want to put any salt on the wound, but that was the person that called you up. You don't know what this guy's up to, do you?
No, now I do.
Yeah.
Is part of the pain that you don't know that you want to get out of this and you feel trapped? Because it sounds like this guy's a creep.
She don't want to get out of it.
Well,
you want to get married, right?
Eventually, but I want to get her trust back.
Okay. Hold on, Faith.
Yeah.
We got to go to commercial.
Okay.
Now, we're going to help you.
Okay.
So, compose yourself.
Okay.
And we may even do some gambling on your behalf.
Okay.
It's turned into quite an honor here on Loveline to be gambled on. I don't know if you're familiar with that, Leah, but Faith is 18. She's with a guy who's verbally abusive. He's screwing around on her with a friend, and she still really wants to get married.
Right.
That, to me, smacks of something gone awry in her past.
Right.
And we're going to gamble on what went awry on her past when we return.
Hey, this is Leah Andrioni, and you're listening to The Love Line with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
And isn't Engineer Mike cute? Leah Remini is here tonight from Fired Up, 8:30, NBC, Monday night, part of the Must-See TV lineup, right between Suddenly Susan and Carolina City. All right, we're going to gamble on Faith, who's 18 and going through some difficulties. But first, I wanted to play a couple of shuffles. Of course, we haven't done this in a while, but usually when Dr. Drew is gone, because we can, and because we miss the sound of his voice, we hear the compilation Dr. Drew. Is it the shuffle we're going to hear tonight or the Dr. Drew Boogie? Let's hear the Dr. Drew Boogie. These are the out-of-context Drew drops that were formed by our crack team, namely Engineer Mike, into a lovely montage, and it goes a little something like this.
She drinks until she barely has her senses about her, and then she can relax enough to have sex with me.
Dr. Drew is right.
Ow!
Get down, get down.
Asshole.
Get down, get down.
You're gay.
Get down, get down.
You're fat.
Get down, get down.
You're sick. If I find you, have sex with me. Gee, it hurts, have sex with me. Faggot, better have sex with me. I want to have sex with me. I was bored, so I had my tongue pierced. I was bored, so I put a spear through my penis. Tried to be straight, or I thought I should be straight, and I was confused. Losing. You know, pee on this makes me sick. It hurts when I urinate. It makes me sick. Anal sex makes me sick. This guy's penis makes me sick. I've had anal sex. Gee, it hurts. I've got these lesions. Gee, it hurts. Still a virgin. Gee, it hurts. It's called intimacy. Can I say that? You're fat. Gay. Confused. Sick. Bored. Still a virgin. Dysfunctional. Can I say that?
Dr. Drew is right.
Yes, Dr. Drew is right, although he's not here to defend himself. Tonight, Dr. Bruce is sitting in for him on the fabulous Love Line. So that would be the Dr. Drew Boogie. And we'll play the shuffle tomorrow night. Also, somebody sent in a Adam Jam. They've sent a couple of these in. They're not usually up to snuff because Engineer Mike usually puts 15, even sometimes 20 minutes into these things.
Wow.
But a listener named Domingo Castillo sent this in, and it says here, it should be noted that all of the actualities are only from a 1-week period. So I guess he took 1 week's worth of shows and formed the Adam Jam. I haven't heard it, but it's only 1 minute and 45 seconds long, so might as well give that a listen to as well. I used to fight with my sister over penis all the time. She'd be playing with the penis and then set it down, and I'd come up and pick up the penis, and then she'd want it back.
Really?
Oh, yes. I was 29 just a couple of years ago, and I think about myself dating guys in the 10th grade. Your penis is like your greatest gift. It's like a trophy that you cherish, and you're going to rub it in someone's poo.
Penis is your trophy?
Your penis is your trophy. Ow, there's a penis in my ass. I'd rather just put a hose in my ass. Ow, there's a trophy in my ass. I do get loaded once in a while. It was in college, and the guy was my roommate. We were really tight. He was gay, and his mom died 3 weeks earlier, and so I let him nail me. Isn't this amazing, Drew? One time, I was at a party, and the guy was a pretty good friend of mine, and we got pretty loaded, and we went to the back, and it was just a blowjob.
Describe how that series of events came to pass.
Well, it's like asking...
He took his pants off.
Well...
I thought, this is interesting.
I could show you what a penis can do. I could bring you to the heights of ecstasy. Oh my God! I get to poke someone in the butt. I'll start with my finger.
But don't go to the butt.
Hold on a second.
No,
please let me have a little fun.
No,
yeah. Oh yeah. Ow! Oh, this is great. You're putting something in your butt. That's all I know. What are you gonna do, Drew?
This man is a predator and a scumbag.
All I want is a crack to try to slip my penis through. Oh yeah. Okay. There you go. Stand back, everyone. I think he's ready to go. Ooh. Drew. Oh, like that's not going to haunt me. All right. Boy, that was 1 week.
That was terrible.
That's a lot of penis talk for a week. Jeez, I got to get on it. All right, I'm going to dedicate I'm going to dedicate the last half hour of the show to penis talk because it's been an hour and a half, and I don't believe I've done enough of it yet.
All right.
All right. Well, those were cut up. They're out of context. God bless the penis. Thank you, Engineer Mike.
All right. Where's the girl?
All right. So we're going to gamble on Faith. Okay. Faith is 18. Faith,
oh yeah,
I got $1 out. Get $1 out, Bruce.
A piece of gum. That's
get $1 out, you bastard. Anyway. Get the $1 out. Leah, what do you got?
20.
Give her $1.
I only have a 20.
Oh, for Christ's sake! That's it?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to give both you dollars.
Okay.
You guys have no pride, either one of you.
Oh, because we don't have dollars, we only have larger
No, but
bills?
because I said, here's $1, and you went, okay. All right, there you go.
You're very, very into this gamble.
Yeah. Well, this is good radio.
There you
Unlike
go.
the last 10 minutes of the show.
$3 on the table. Now you can move on.
All right. And listen, don't sass me because I'm giving you $1, please. So give her $1.
You
I
just
get
made a comment
grief.
about us, so then I say something back, and then you're like, hey, what's the attitude?
Mike, shut Leah's mic off for a second.
It's his show. He's in control.
Okay. Go first, Dr. Bruce.
Let's...
let me
give you a chance.
No, Ann is right. I should reset this. Faith is 18. Faith is living with a guy who's 21. She's been going out with the guy. Keep her mic off. She's been going out. Been going out with a guy for a year and a half. She wants to get married to him. He's cheated on her and has become verbally abusive. Okay. Now you can turn her mic on and
Did you see how she looks at me when you tell me to turn the mic off, by the way?
Yes, there's a lot of hatred there.
There is a lot of hatred there.
There's not hatred there.
I'm afraid.
I just can't believe you actually do it.
It's good radio.
You guys are not comfortable with a strong woman. That's the problem. You interpret strength as hatred.
And this is your way of getting me back, you.
All right, go ahead, Bruce.
Abusive father.
Abusive father.
I'll give you a chance. I'll say physically and verbally abusive father.
Okay.
Who's emotionally...
That's giving me a chance?
Yeah. Because I know what you're going to say.
All right, Leah, what are you going to say?
Oh, about what it is?
About her past.
Probably a father that wasn't around.
Absent father.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Boy, that doesn't leave a lot. I'll just go with, Jesus, now I got all three of my dollars out there. This is really haunting me.
Father that gambled.
I'm going to go, I want to go with abusive, I'll go with sexual abuse.
All right.
General sexual abuse. Okay. Faith?
Yeah.
Okay, what happened to you growing up?
Oh, the doctor is probably the closest. My mom left my dad when I was 2. Stop, Sadie. When I was 2, and my dad was always around.
Put the kids to sleep now.
Huh? It's their dogs. They're puppies.
Okay.
My dad had custody of us because she left, and he gave us to me and my sister, my older sister, to my grandparents, his parents, and we lived with them since. And he always stopped over before work. He worked nights, and he was always around, but the family didn't really show much affection, wasn't real loving.
Any abuse at all?
None.
Oh, boy. Not even a little sexual abuse?
No, of course not.
When did you
There was no discipline either. We never really got disciplined.
When did you lose your virginity?
14, 15. I think I was 15.
Hey, Faith?
Yeah.
Now put the schnauzer on. Now, I want to hear the dogs.
You want to hear the dogs?
Yeah, let's hear the dogs.
They quit playing. There's 2 puppies.
Now they won't make a sound.
No, they're stopped.
Faith?
Yeah.
All right, wait a minute. Hold on a second, Faith. Don't give me this, I lost my virginity 14, 15.
Well, I don't remember. I think it was
Of course you remember.
It was my sophomore year.
You're 18, for Christ's sake. You remember the day.
No, I did. August 8th, but I don't remember how old I was. I remember August 8th. I was 15.
Does it have something to do with what you're going to say?
Hold on a second.
I was 15.
No, you're 14.
Okay, if you want to say 14, close enough.
No, you know you're 14, right?
Okay.
No, don't give me that crap like I'm forcing you into it. You're 14, were you not?
Well, I can go look it up. I'm sure I have it written down.
What is the
Just
point
leave it
of all
alone.
this?
The point of it is he lost the bet and he's got to come back to his
No,
issues.
the point is she's lying because every woman knows how old she was when
That's
she
not
lost
true.
her virginity, especially when you're 18. When
Maybe
you're
it doesn't
48,
mean
you don't
as
remember.
much. So what? Who cares?
Okay, I was 15 with a 14-year-old.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Faith.
Yeah.
Faith. I was in a relationship like this, and I know you're not right now going to pack your stuff and leave, but I'll tell you what helped me was, this was not a bad guy I was with at all. So no one can say, he's horrible, you have to get away from him. But all these comments and stuff that he's making to you is just putting you down. It's just after like a year of this, I was totally insecure about everything that I said and did. Everybody was better looking, everybody was skinnier, everybody did things better than me.
Oh.
And it took a friend, a constant... look, Leah, you deserve better than this. Leah, you should get out of this relationship. It's horrible. You need a man. And I didn't really believe that I could get a man that was, totally in
Like
love
me?
with me for who I am. And, I didn't feel that I deserved that. But you have to do a lot of soul searching and say, is this the kind of man that I want? Because it's not going to change. And with marriage, it gets worse. This got worse and worse and worse. And
Were you married?
No.
No.
But I live with this person, and it was horrible.
I would have treated you like a queen.
Yeah, right. That's what they all say until they get you, and then they're like, oh, by the way, change everything about you, except the one thing
Well,
I can deal with.
I don't mean like a queen. I mean like a queen that cleaned a lot and gave a lot of oral sex.
There you go.
Whatever kind of queen that would
You
be.
see what I'm
I don't know
saying?
what you'd be queen of.
But you're not ready to get out of the relationship, so I'm not going to say to you, you should get out, because that's much easy. It's really hard to do, especially when it's generally, he's a good guy. But you have to really look at what you want in your life, and I would really put off getting
but
married.
to move in with somebody with this kind of a real chaotic,
yeah, but you're
dysfunctional
not ready.
relationships.
You're not ready.
But he's
You know
got her
what I'm
where
saying?
he's
Right.
got her where he wants her.
And I would- right.
Guys like this, I'd like to bet on his background too. I mean, this guy probably has a history of this. The chances are he's
Hold
not
on.
going to change.
You want me to give you another $1 so you can bet on his background too?
$3 is okay.
Give me one of those back, by the way, because you don't get to keep the one you initially gambled with, because that was my dollar.
What do you do in Vegas? Do you do this? Where you argue with him when you lose?
Yeah, I get dragged out by the pit boss.
Can I ask you, where's Faith? How come we don't hear her?
Because he cut her off.
No, I put her on hold so
But
she
I
could
wanna
hear
know-
us.
Okay, but I want
you to say your piece.
Okay, all right.
All right.
But I basically said it, but I want to hear what she says, because...
Okay. Faith?
Yeah.
Now, what do you say to that?
it's really hard. I wouldn't be able to leave because I wouldn't have where to go.
Right.
And it's like, I love him too much to leave.
I know.
Yeah, but, okay. But, Faith, listen. We don't expect you to make a move right now because you're not at that point in your life.
Right.
But here's what we'd like you to do. Don't do anything that can't be repaired.
Right.
Don't get married. Don't have kids.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Then when you're strong enough, healthy enough, and whatever enough, you can get away from him.
Faith, is your mother around?
I saw her it was last spring break. We went out there. Jeremy and I went out there, which is my
Other dog?
No.
Does your mother know the things that he says to you?
No.
Why don't you tell her?
I don't know.
But is there?
Close.
But
She
Faith,
doesn't
is
feel
there?
that closeness with her mom.
Okay. Do you have anybody that you're close to in your life other than him?
Not really.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Because I'll tell you something. One of the things that happened to me is I lost all my friends when I was in this relationship. And
Well, I lost all my friends in the relationship before this one.
Right. And you know what? That has to do with you. You have to say, you have to have your life. You have to have your girlfriends around or guys, whatever, friends. You have to have friends around you. You cannot stop your life because that's what this guy's going to do. He's going to make you totally dependent on him.
Right.
So that if you ever want to leave, you're going to go, where am I going to go? I have no one to back me up. I had one friend who said, move in with me, get rid of this guy. And after 2 years, that's when I left. But it took me that long. And I just hope that you find someone in your life that could help you. And you got to start telling the story because the more you hear, this guy sucks, you're going to go, maybe he sucks.
Right. My problem in relationships is the opposite, which is after I get in a relationship, I actually start hanging out with my friends more.
Right, that's, yeah.
Which is the guy equivalent to this. Bruce, you don't do that because you're not into that. The guys don't like you, really.
No, my wife.
You don't have any buddies, do you?
Oh, sure.
Oh, do you?
Lots.
Really? Straight guys? Okay. All right, we'll be back with Leah Remini from Fired Up and Dr. Bruce from, where are you from, Alhambra?
Redlands.
Redlands, all after this.
The phone number.
This is Jennifer Gray, and you're listening to Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. You're my stern but groovy master, Adam.
Oh, yes. Yeah, you guys, Leah, you and Jennifer have to duel it out for my love.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was, they had Ferris Bueller.
Well, I thought you were out.
Out what?
Just out. I didn't even know that...
that I was even open to the competition?
Yeah, exactly. I thought that she just doesn't want to have anything to do with you.
She doesn't think she wants anything to do with me.
Right.
But on a deeper level, if you scratch beneath the surface...
But we don't do
still
that.
Doesn't want
we don't
anything
do
to
that
do with
surface stuff. Remember? Didn't you say that earlier?
I'm just saying she doesn't want anything to do with me on any real tangible level.
Uh-huh.
But I still think I could win her back if we had her in here.
Stern but groovy master, Adam.
Yeah, you hear that kind of talk?
Yeah, I do.
That's love.
That's mixed messages right there.
Oh, that's not mixed. That's pure sex.
Well, then she say...
All right, can we get her back on the show? Like tonight? No. Okay. Leah Remini is here from Fired Up. That would be Monday night. NBC?
8:30.
8:30. All right. And, here's what you should do. Even because we've established that we want some of the guys watching the must-see TV.
Yeah.
A lot of these times, these Monday night games are stinkers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for instance, I had some money riding on the last Monday night game. Like a moron, I took the over as opposed to the under on the gambling. Not a point was scored in the second half.
Okay.
Both teams played an entire half without a point being scored.
Okay.
It's very disconcerting when they have to get to like 42 in order for you to win some money. And they score 23 in the first half, and you're feeling pretty good, and not a point is scored during the second half. But my point is this. You could then switch it over to Fired Up.
Right.
There's nothing going on. These guys have shot their wad in the first half.
Right.
Then you switch over to Fired Up.
Right, but there's a lot of people who watch Fired Up,
Yeah, I'm talking about the guys.
Okay, even guys.
I'm talking about the guys, not those guys, but the guys, please. All right, Ashley.
Hi, Adam.
Hey, you're 20.
I am 20.
What's going on?
Adam, every time I call, it's a question for the doctor, but it doesn't mean I don't like you.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Dr. Bruce.
Yo.
I want to know what medically bad things can happen if I pierce my nipples.
To start with, infections and scarring would be the two things that come to mind.
Okay,
And
so
then
when I'm,
allergic reaction if you use a cheaper metal.
Okay.
But it's an area where you really don't want to get an infection.
What kind of metal should you be using?
I imagine something like stainless steel.
Right. Well, yeah, whatever isn't going to cause an allergic reaction, similar to what's used in the ear or any other. But professional establishments that do piercing, they're generally. You just don't want to have someone that's not a professional.
Well, here's a health hazard. Your mom could kick your ass.
Well,
at age 20.
no, well, that's not really a problem.
Okay.
But when I'm 35 and I'm wised up and not as brainless as I am right now, am I going to have horribly disfigured?
When you're done acting out?
Exactly.
No, generally not. On the other hand, if you develop an infection,
Well, then they'll just
then you
fall
can
off.
have complications from that. But if all goes well, there's no infection, and no trauma occurs after the ring is placed.
What about
Shouldn't have any
breastfeeding?
Well,
there shouldn't. Well, you're not going to want to do breastfeeding while you have the ring in place.
And
but
children are not an option at this point in my life.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
What's the matter?
With me?
Yeah.
I'm too young to be having.
Oh, okay. That's good thinking.
Dr. Bruce, do you agree with Dr. Drew? I think he thinks that people who have multitudes of piercing and tattoos were somehow jacked up as a child, and
Absolutely. There's a huge
aggressive
difference.
piercings is what he calls
Right.
them.
There's a huge difference between somebody that has one or two or three, and you can't get to an absolute number that's pathology is more and normal is less. But clearly, individuals that have self-mutilation and lots of piercings or lots of tattoos, there is very commonly a history of some abuse or some problem early on in life. So it's generally goes along with some problems.
that's comforting. I think I'll stop with the nipples then.
Yeah.
All right. Don't go any lower than the nipple.
I'll try not to.
All right. Good luck there, Ashley.
Thanks. You guys have.
All right. Leah, you don't have any piercings, do you?
No.
Just the ears?
Yep.
Yeah. You're not into that stuff.
No.
No tats?
No.
You got nothing to prove.
No.
Look at you. You're secure.
Yeah.
Screw that boyfriend of yours trying to bring you down. You feel pretty good about yourself now, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't trust those with guys, girls, whoever.
Yeah.
Too many tats, too many earrings.
Yeah.
Always wonder what they're trying to,
Right.
And I don't like anyone that looks like they're trying to convince people of something.
Right. Just be yourself. But a lot of people's, their point is, this is me. This is who I am. And, that's fine. It's your body. Do what you want. Who
Yeah.
cares,
Don't trust them. Don't trust them.
I wouldn't do it to my body. But
Tommy.
Yeah.
19.
My question is for the doctor. I recreationally do drugs, and let's see, like occasionally I do coke. I've kind of tapered off that. I realize that's, bull crap. Occasionally do E, occasionally do K, and I think that's it.
Hold on.
My question is, what
Is the E X?
Ecstasy or X?
Right, ecstasy.
Oh, I always thought it was called X.
Well, not from the back east where I'm from. We call it E.
Oh, okay.
Out in flaky L.A., they call it X. So.
Right. What's the question?
But anyway.
So what do you want to know?
What are the long-term effects of this? Now, I don't make a habit of it. I do it occasionally.
Okay.
Okay, go
You're
ahead.
talking about two vastly different drugs. You're talking about K, which is probably ketamine, which is closely related to PCP, and you can have long-term effects in terms that are probably more closely related to your past psychiatric history. It's something that is currently used. We use it as an anesthetic currently, with no real long-term problems, but it's.
What kind of anesthetic?
Ketamine is an anesthetic that you use. That's what's called a dissociative anesthetic, where you continue to breathe, but you dissociate, so you're not aware of.
Oh, you continue to breathe, as opposed to the anesthetics that stop the breathing altogether?
That's right. Well, that's actually exactly what ketamine does. And with PCP, which is closely related to ketamine, you have very similar effects. So
can you score?
Can you score?
Drew hates it when I ask him that about any drugs.
No, it's not a very effective.
So what would you give it to someone for if they were getting some kind of procedure? What kind of procedure?
Doing sutures. We use it in the emergency department all the time.
How's it administered?
you can use it intramuscularly or intravenously. And in children, it's used most commonly. Once you get over 12 years old, in adults, there's what's called an emergence phenomenon. When you're coming out of the effect of the drug, you have nightmares and you can get violent, and it's a very tricky drug. So that's interesting that medically we tend not to use it in adults because of what we call this emergence phenomenon when people get crazy. So that's one reason that it's a very dangerous drug to be using, quote-unquote, recreationally. Ecstasy is a totally different drug. It's actually methylene dioxymethamphetamine. And what it has is it has properties that stimulate the receptors like LSD does, so you get some hallucinations, and it's actually just another form of methamphetamine. So
yeah,
in
it's
large
pretty
doses,
speedy.
Yeah, in large doses. In overdoses, it does just what speed does. So it stimulates the heart. It's real dangerous if you have any kind of heart problems.
So if he does it occasionally...
But, okay,
what's
the
his
interesting thing with
long-term?
ecstasy as opposed to methamphetamine or LSD, what we're finding with this drug is probable permanent changes in various parts of the brain, particularly the parts of the brain where you experience pleasure, and also the parts of the brain that are related to the areas where people have Parkinson's disease and movement disorders. So there's no telling what the long-term effects are, even if you use it once or twice. And it's extremely addictive.
All right, so don't do it. Leah's mom's going to kick your ass. Jacob,
Exactly.
Yeah.
you're 21.
Yeah. I have a problem with having women give me oral sex.
Yeah, me too.
No, one of my ex-girlfriends was giving me oral sex, and not a lot of semen comes out.
Oh, that is such a disappointment.
Yeah, and so she kind of made me feel real bad about it. And
Really? I think that'd be cause for celebration with most women.
no, and I wasn't sure exactly like how much is normal and how far should it actually.
Well, you shouldn't. I mean, anything more in a court is abnormal. And wouldn't you say, doctor?
You know, it's amazing. The practice of medicine, you could probably go 20, 30 years without a question like this. But
You really could.
I had to come to Loveline to get probably about a tablespoon. How's that for an average?
Yeah. Although you got to really hold it still so you can get it into the tablespoon, I found. If you're laughing, it tends to jiggle and get all over the carpet.
Tablespoon being 3 teaspoons or 15 cc's.
Oh, it is not. I've never had...
but is that a problem?
I've never had 3 teaspoons come out.
It's a problem. If your relationship is dependent on the amount of ejaculate, we're in trouble.
Well, no, it's just like I've seen in porno movies and stuff where these guys are like.
They're movies.
Well, we're taking the porno movies as a gold standard for the relationship.
And these guys are professionals. You're talking about guys like Peter North, the decorators. He's known in the business.
It seems like they shoot 6 feet, and
Yeah.
Well,
But
what's
that's
the
a
normal
movie.
distance too?
Well, it's the cocaine in their systems.
Normal distance is usually 3 to 5 yards. Normal distance, you jackass.
No, something that's not.
Please. Normal distance is, from your penis to the sweatshirt you have spread out on your belly, you jackass. Please. That's a normal distance.
That's why that.
I picked the call because he was on hold for 85 minutes.
No, that attracted you. You wanted to.
I didn't even notice it. He was on hold for an hour and a half. Come on.
He should have stayed on hold.
Is it really 3 teaspoons?
I must admit, I wouldn't risk my medical license.
10
on the answer to that
cc's?
question.
How much is 10 cc's?
2 teaspoons.
All right, because the band 10cc was named after that, so it must be 2
I won't admit
teaspoons.
that that's where I got the information.
I'm not in love. Oh, okay. All right, we'll be back. Yeah, hello. All right, Leah?
Oh, yeah.
I lied. You got to say hi to your friends now.
I did already.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, they're sleeping already now.
Oh, really?